Hi guys, so this is just that little video just to give you a rundown of how everything works with your new car. Looks alright with a red pen, it's pretty good. So in terms of getting in the car then, so the car is completely keyless. So I've got the keys in my pocket and they're going to stay there. So I don't need to take them out at any point. So to open the car, all I have to do is walk up to it. And as you can see there, the lights flashed and the mirrors opened. And obviously the car opened. Alternatively, you can do it by, there's a little button just on the door handle there, but when it comes to locking it, all I do is walk off. So there you saw that the mirrors folded, made a little beeping noise, and the indicators went off. So other bits then, when it comes to fueling the car, nice and easy. So all you have to do is, the petrol cap is on the driver's side of the car. Push just on the left hand side and then that'll pop it open, and then it's just a simple screw cap just there. So to open the boot, it's just under the door here, so it's just above the 0 on the number plate. So let's push that. In the boot then, first of all we've got your instruction manual and we've also got your lock and wheel nut as well. When it comes to servicing the car, there isn't a separate service book, it's all contained within the actual big thick manual itself. So when you get it serviced, just leave it out on the passenger seat for the technician just so they can get it stamped. So in the boot then, you've got your false floor, so you just lift that up. You first of all got your safety kit in that little red bag there. It's a warning triangle, first aid kit and high-vis jacket. Also in here you've got that lever there. So this is the lever to move the back seat forwards and back. So to use it, grab hold of it and then you pull this plastic section up. So basically you squeeze your hand together and it allows you to move the chair backwards and forwards. So then obviously just make sure it's locked in. So let's get inside the car then, out with this rain. So on the driver's door then, so you've got your controls here for all 4 windows. So you've got the 4 windows and you've got the little switch at the back to lock off control for the rear passengers, basically if they're messing around. To adjust your ring mirrors, you've got your left and right mirror selector and then you've got your arrows. So select whichever mirror you want to use and then adjust it with the little joypad there. If you did need to put a child seat in the front, obviously you need to turn the airbag off. So that's just done by that little switch just there, but you do need to have the driver's door open in order to access it. So let's go inside. So on the inside then, what we'll first of all do is turn the engine over. So all I'm going to do is, I'm just going to put my foot on the brake and then I'm going to push the start button just to the left hand side of the indicators. There we go. So let's turn that down. So your basic controls then, you first of all got your indicator stalks on the left hand side and your wipers on the right. On the end of the indicator stalks, this is the controls for your headlights. There isn't an off mode, so probably best just leaving it in auto and the car will do whatever it needs to do. So if it's night time the lights will come on, if it's daytime they'll turn them off. On the wipers, you've also got automatic wipers, so to set that, it's just one down from top, and that selects it in auto. And then this section here allows you to change the sensitivity of the rain sensing wipers. And then you've got your rear wiper on the end there. Behind the steering wheel then, you can see that there's a minus paddle and a plus panel. So basically that is if you want to manually override the gearbox. So if you want to decide what gear you're in, exactly the same as a manual car, but you just do it by paddles on there. So when you do so, where it says P in the binnacle just there, oh, that will say whatever gear you're in, so whether it's first, second, all the way up to 7th. This central bit here then, so what you've got, to the right hand side you've got your fuel level. So at the minute it's got a half a tanking to put the 20 pounds in. In the middle you've got the speedo and all the information, and on the left hand side you've got your water temperature. So you're best not extending the engine or putting your foot down properly until that little bar has just got up to 90, just so that it's up to temperature. So in the centre you've got your digital readout in the middle where it says 0, and an analog readout on the outer perimeter of it. To the right hand side is where you've got your gear selector. So if we're going to reverse, neutral, and obviously in drive. So in the centre of the dial is where it also shows you most of the information. So it's got 30 because we're currently in this 30 speed limit. To the top right you've got your lane departure warnings. So if you're going along the motorway and you venture out of the lane, the car will either steer you back into the lane or it'll alert you that you are. And the way that you flick through those is by using that button just there on the end. And when you flick through, it goes through them all there and shows it in a little message just at the bottom. On the outside of the actual dial, you've got different bits of information. So that's your trip computer. So the way that you control that is by using these buttons on the steering wheel. You can also flick through the different menus by using that button there. And that just changes them around. So the car's done a grand total of 8 miles. I think it's about 6 before I put fuel in it. And on the right hand side it tells you how many miles you've got left in the petrol tank. So along with your level you've also got a range as well. So a nice little touch which I quite like with these. There's a picture of a Captur there and it's red, so it's exactly the same spec as this, but if I turn on the indicator, it turns on the indicator. And when I open the door, it opens the door. Nice little thing. So on your steering wheel, obviously I mentioned that you've got the controls for the trip computer, and you've also got your phone answer and cancel button, and you can also use a voice activation by using that button. So when you push that, it will come up with different commands, and obviously tell the car what you want it to do. So whether it's call home, take me to a certain destination, it does all that. So in the centre, this is where you've got your 9.7 inch screen. So it's currently on the home screen, so what you have is you've got the column tiles for different functions. So at the minute it's showing the radio, obviously we've got the phone, and then we've got your sat nav. So if I want to go into any of these, I just simply tap on whatever thing I want to do. So we'll go on to radio. So at the minute it's on Planet Rock. If you want to flick through different channels we've got, so you just go to list, and then it allows you to flick through all the different channels that you can do because it's digital radio. If you have a phone plugged in or an iPod and you want to play music through that, all you have to do is click sources at the top, and when they're connected it will show as available on there. So you obviously got Bluetooth, you've got USB, and you've got an auxiliary port in as well. So we'll close that up. So there's a home button just at the bottom there, and that will always take you to this main screen. So to connect your phone up, all you have to do is press connect. So please make sure Bluetooth is turned on your phone, press OK, and then it'll search for your phone. When the phone comes up in the little list here, push on the phone and press allow to all the different permissions, just so you've got full capabilities of the phone. You've also got satellite navigation as well. So if we just tap on that, so to input a destination, simple case of going on navigation menu, find an address, and then you can input a postcode. So put in wherever you're going, so BD 12EP. So that's the postcode for here. So tap on the postcode and then just press go. So it's telling us to turn out and turn back in again. So let's get that cancelled off. So down underneath the screen then you've got some piano keys. So you first of all got your central locking, just a little light there. You've got your hazard warning lights, and then you've also got this button here for My Sense. So My Sense is where you can configure different settings in the car. So if I click on that, so it comes on the screen. So you've got 3 different options. You've got My Sense, Sport, and you've got Eco. Eco slows the car down, makes it more fuel efficient. Sport heightens the throttle response so it feels faster. And then you've got My Sense, where you can edit the different functions. So if I just go back into it, so edit current mode. So what it lets you do is change certain bits. So you first of all got your cluster. So that means the dials in between, just there. So you've got Eco, Comfort, Regular and Sport. But if I flick through those, that changes the look on the actual dials itself. So you can pick whichever one works best for you. You've also got your ambient lighting as well, so it's a little bit hard to show you whilst it's light. When it comes to night time, you will definitely see the difference. But it's just in sort of round about the doors just there, but it lets you pick different colours, so you can set the car exactly how you want it. You can also change the weight of the steering, so whether you want a heavier steering, it's a bit sporty, or you want comfort where it's as light as possible. The other button which is on here is for your start stop. So this is where the engine will automatically shut down when you're at a standstill. If you don't want that function to happen, you just turn it off by using that button there. Every time you do get into the car, it will automatically default to being on. However, just simple push the button just there. Down here you've got your climate control. So what I normally do is I stick it on a temperature, in this case 18, and then I just push there to put it on automatic. So the car will do what is ever required in order to maintain that temperature in the vehicle. If it does, like I did just then, you can obviously alter the fan speed if it starts doing something you don't want it to. And on the right, you can change your directions of the fans itself. You've got your full demist on that button there. To turn the aircon on is just there. You've got your heated rear window, and you've also got your recirculation button just there. So this is an automatic car, so this is the gear selector. So at the top you've got park, underneath that you've got reverse, you've got neutral, and you've got drive. So park, you put it into park every time you park the car up. So that's where it should always be, at the start and beginning and end of every journey. You've got reverse, you've got your neutral, which you'll hardly ever use, and then you've got drive, which is forwards. So you've got forwards on D, backwards on R. So it's a simple case of pushing the little button, just to show it, on the back of the lever, and then pulling the lever back. It does tell you on the binnacle there, just in case you're unsure. You've also got an automatic handbrake as well, so every time you turn the engine off, the handbrake will go on. Every time you open the door, the handbrake will go on. And every time you put the car into park, it will automatically put the handbrakers on. However, if you did want to keep control of it, like I normally do, I use it like a normal handbrake. So to put the handbrake on, it's to pull the lever up. To take the handbrake off, you push it down. So when the handbrake is off, the little red light just on there turns off, and it will also tell you on the binnacle just there with the red P. You've also got auto hold as well. So that what that does is it will automatically hold the car, so you don't have to keep your foot on the brake. So you can turn that function on and off, and when it's on, it gives a little light just there, and when it's off, the light switches itself off. You've also got USBs in the back of the car just there, along with a 12-volt socket. So I think that's pretty much covered everything. However, when you come and get the car, I'll give you a quick run through, and at least you've got this to refer back to. Right, hope you enjoy your new car. Thanks very much.